I am wearing a lapel mic on my beard. I look like an idiot. So I'm going to compare two videos, two sets of squats, both with 455 pounds, 207 kilos for 5 reps. Both wearing the same outfit and the same squat rack. The first set was done on August 13th of 2016, and the second set was done on February 6th, 2017. And you'll notice that my technique on the second video is much better than the first. So what I'm gonna do is go through all the changes that I've made in order to clean up my squat technique. Now, before I do, I have to give credit where credit is due. I don't want you to watch this video and think, wow, Alan, you're so smart. You know so much. You're blowing my mind. I'm being coached by Austin Baraki. He's a starting strength coach, and these are the changes that he has made, the improvements that he has made to my squat. So be blown away by him.
Good. One more. Get it.
Let's take a closer look at the biggest changes I've made. Number 1, I've cut a few inches off of my depth. I made a video about why excessive depth, ass to grass low bar squats are unnecessary and unproductive. A link to that video can be found in the top right hand corner. In short, squatting ass to grass was negatively affecting my balance. I was relaxing at the bottom and my knees were slamming forward, and this was causing my good morning squat. Which brings me to my next correction. Number 2, I am now trying to focus on breaking at the knees and hips simultaneously. If you watch my first movement here, I'm kicking my hips back at the start of every rep. This is shifting my weight back onto my heels. You can see it by watching my feet. This is causing my entire squat to rock back and forth. If I swing back on my heels at the start, I am going to end up shooting forward onto my toes at the bottom. If my knees come forward at the bottom on the way down, they're going to shoot back at the bottom on the way up. This is causing my hips to spit out behind me, leading to this good morning squat. Dr. Jordan Feigenbaum, another starting strength coach, explains this here.
So the deal is, what you'll see is people are too far in their heels, and so their shins are vertical. And then at the bottom, you have no choice but your shins shoot forward. And then when you drive your hips, you do a good morning. You're like, why am I doing a good morning? The idea is the first quarter of the squat, you get your knees set and you keep them there the whole way. And so you don't do the good morning. You don't end up completely with a vertical shin at the bottom. You get to use your quads when you squat.
The correction I've made is allowing my hips and knees to break or unlock at the same time. This is how I keep the barbell over mid-foot throughout the entire squat, which will ensure that I stay balanced. It will allow me to use my hips and quads simultaneously. You'll also notice that I'm wearing lifting shoes in my good squat and Nike Metcons in my bad squat. I still think I was causing my balance to be all over the place, not my shoes, but the Nike Metcons weren't helping my situation. Squat shoes definitely improve my balance because of the flat, solid surface. People always ask me why I was squatting my Nike Metcons, and I don't really have a legitimate answer. While I was in the process of moving the gym, I left my squat shoes at the old location, and I needed to squat that day. I just squatted in what I was wearing, my Nike Metcons, and I had a fairly decent squat day, or what I thought was a fairly decent squat day. So I decided to squat in those for the next couple of months. Wear squat shoes. They're so much better than tennis shoes, chucks, toe shoes, or squatting barefoot. Correction number 3, constant head, chest, and torso position. Here, you'll see me pick my chest up out of the bottom. This shifts my balance, the barbell's no longer over the middle of my foot, and it takes the tension off of my hips, making it difficult to grind through heavy reps. Maintaining the correct torso position and knee position will allow you to stay in your hips during the entire squat. Confirmed here by Dr. Austin Baraki.
Last thing we need to fix on you is you're lifting your chest on the way up just a little early. You know, it's a cue that you're not gonna like hearing, but if I tell you to keep your chest down a little bit longer, it'll help you get through that sticking point when the weight's real heavy, right? Lifting your chest early, you'll fail.
Now I am looking down and out in front. I'm burning a hole in the ground with my eyes. Also, thinking about keeping my nipples down towards the floor helps me maintain the correct chest and torso position. Correction number 4, I'm actually locking out my knees and hips at the top. I'm not sure why I used to have a soft lockout on my squats. I know a lot of you have called me out on that. It might have been from all the strongman training I did. When carrying a yoke or farmer's handles, you don't want to lock your knees out, so maybe it just felt comfortable to me when I was squatting too. It was not intentional. Locking out your reps is important if you're a powerlifter because it's a rule, but more important as a lifter, it's allowing me to find my balance at the top. I see a lot of people start or finish reps with their hips and knees unlocked, and it usually shifts their weight back onto their heels. By locking out my knees and my hips, this allows me to make sure the barbell is over mid-foot. I don't want to have twinkle toes, and I don't want to let my heels flutter off the ground. I'm trying to feel heavy throughout my entire foot before each rep. You have to start in the correct position if you want to squat in the correct position. This improved technique doesn't just look better for Instagram and YouTube, it sets me up for lifting bigger weights in the future. This was just lifting with intensity. Ugly, hairy, uncontrolled intensity. This is actually pretty solid execution that is making me better. There is no wasted effort. It also gives me confidence. After this first rep, I knew I was capable of 5 reps, maybe even more. I can't say the same about my previous squats. Each one of these reps I would drop and pray that I could stand back up, literally resorting to intensity, not execution, to lift the weight. Hopefully this will help you fix your good morning squat and give you a better understanding of the importance of keeping the barbell over the middle of your foot throughout the entire movement. Thanks for watching, and always remember, tread on time.